have the 2003 BMW 325i. This is an e46 with 186 horsepower. And in the city it'll average about 20 miles per gallon, while on the highway you can get as high as 29. It has a straight 6 engine, 2.5 liters. The BMW 325i is a rear-wheel drive car. It produces about 187 horsepower when it was new, and when driving, all the power goes to the rear wheels. The steering itself is very direct, and you know where the tires are pointing at all times. There is a power steering system set up, but the power steering is limited, and at low speeds it takes some grunt to turn the wheel. Across the board, the 325i faces a couple big problems. It's a bit underpowered in the lower rev range, so from about 1100 revs to about 2500, it's a bit underpowered, and then once it gets above 3000, the engine starts to hum and the power starts to come rapidly. 0 to 60 will take you about 7 to 8 seconds. Top speeds limited to about 135, 140. The car itself is very comfortable on the interior. The seats are very comfortable. They move around nicely. They have tons of different settings. You can adjust the seat itself, the backrest, the headrest. And then with that comes a good stock speaker system. I have an aftermarket radio in this one, but the stock speaker system is very, very nice and good sound quality across the board. And then as you look across, the visibility of the car is generally very good. There are a couple blind spots, and the blind spots themselves, depending on the location of the cars around you, can be quite large, depending on the size of the cars near you. However, it's generally quite small, and you can see everything around you if you just turn your head ever so slightly. With the mirrors set up properly, you can have a large rear visibility. If you don't set your mirrors up properly, and you just can't see anything. When you take it out on a back road, the steering is direct. You feel very in control of the car. There isn't a lot of jiggling and wobbling in the car. The car feels very solid on the road. It feels very well put together. However, when you do come into a parking lot, or when you're accelerating from 0 to about 35 miles an hour, sometimes the transmission can get a bit jumpy, shifting out of first. Just simple fix, you just go get your transmission oil change. It costs about $50. That's really the biggest thing. The engine itself has a lot of noise when it first starts up. It groans quite a bit when you're sitting there and driving along. But other than that, the engine noise into the cabin isn't very intrusive. The car is very comfortable with all the windows down. The airflow in and out of the car is quite nice. It doesn't get you too cold.